NEO has fallen 30+% in 2024 this year. So the question is, has NEO bottomed? Price is currently at $6.10. Potentially, you have the makings of a hammer candle, but it's early in the month, folks. However, prices are at a level that the chart suggests to go long. Back in 2019, 2021, you had this massive bottoming out pattern in the form of a W, double bottom. Typically, when price returns to the apex of the W, that is time to go long. Now, as you can see, you have these buy wicks for the last couple of months. That could just be investors filling their bag before potentially price moves higher. How high can it go? According to this extended range red candle, $8, $9, the chart suggests. However, one analyst thinks the bottom is not in and price can go down another 20+%. So before we continue looking at the charts, let's look at this article. So although it has plunged more than 36% since the start of the year, NEO stock is poised to hit the brakes on its downward path and drive back up. That's what the charts were saying. However, according to one analyst, we'll call him Tim H., an analyst at Morgan Stanley, had previously thought that NEO stock could touch $13 a share. He cut his price target on Monday, thinking now that the stock is headed to $10. Let's take a look at the basis for H's outlook on the NEO stock and why he could be right. However, according to H, the company has a rocky road ahead that could last as long as 2 years. The analyst reduced the expectations for NEO shipments in 2024 and 2025, and he foresees NEO incurring a steeper loss than what was reported in 2023 because the company is working through a restructuring. Furthermore, H doesn't expect NEO to achieve profitability until 2026. Now, one thing to note, NEO is the so-called Tesla of China, and that's what they were expecting to deliver, Tesla-type returns, but that hasn't been the case. NEO has failed to do the same, even on a EBITDA basis. Now, NEO has suffered steeper losses as of late and is struggling to reel in course towards the top of the income statement as well as the bottom. In 2023, NEO reported a 5.5 gross margin, a contraction from the 10.4 and 18.9% gross margins the company reported in 2022 and 2021 respectively. I think a lot of NEO's suffering is due to China. China has not recovered fully yet since the pandemic, and so we continue with the analysis. Again, on the monthly chart, we saw the makings of a hammer candle, which is bullish. You have this massive buy wick last week, and you have a gap higher to begin the week. Now, what is this orange drawing here? Well, I'm looking for price to mimic what it did back in 2020, where price forms a bottom, moves higher, pulls back to fill any remaining unfilled buy orders, and then shoots higher. Now, this level at $7 has served as support for the longest, and it's now going to be resistance. So even though price continues, and if price continues to pump higher, it's going to be met with sellers at the $7 level. Now, if you want some confirmation that price is going to move higher, we at least need to see a break of this downtrend line, a break and a cross above this line here, puts you around potentially near that $7 level. So you got Confluence saying that would be a huge area to short potentially. how do things look on the daily chart. You still have all your moving averages serving as at least the medium to longer term. This is the 50, the 100, and 200-day moving average, which is going to serve as dynamic resistance. However, one thing to note, potentially you have the makings of a bullish crossover. That's where the 13 in blue may cross over and above the 26, which is in orange. But like I said, and you can see like a little W pattern kind of forming. Let's change that color so we can distinguish it. Right, so short term, it looks like prices are heading higher. And again, if you zoom out to the monthly, you know, this could be a potential bottom, What you want to see is the RSI, though, make higher lows along with price. And that would be a good indication that, and confirmation that potentially price is going to reverse. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.